All right, you guys, welcome back. We're going to take a look at the United CEO assassination. I don't know his name, but that's okay. Y'all know who we talking about. Now, my initial thought was that it's an inside job, but we gonna see. Everything I say is alleged. I could be spot on picking up rumors, or I could be absolutely wrong. Okay. Um, is the man that they are looking at to have committed this crime? Is he the actual? Is he who we should be looking at? Is the man currently accused of this assassination who we should be looking at? So, off the back, I'm getting a no. So, let's see. Okay. Now, this was obviously pre planned, no matter how you cut it or who's responsible or whatever the case is. This was planned, and this was an inside job. Okay. And then it's also coupled with like a three-letter entity. So FBI, CIA, or whatever the case is involved as well. Now, while this man we'll get deeper into it, but while he may have been the one who acted, um, who committed it physically, there are other people behind him who called for this to happen. Now, I keep getting a lot of feminine energy around this situation. Yeah, so he's not the shot caller. He's the fall guy, if you will. He's not working alone. And things maybe I don't understand, child, but maybe initially he didn't agree to, or it wasn't set for him to be named and showed publicly, or there to be hot on his trail, or whatever the case is. So it's showing me a sense of betrayal towards him as well. But yeah, and then I don't know much about this man or why people are angry at him, but I did hear a little bit about women's rights being mentioned. So that could be why I'm picking up so much feminine energy here, but I'm picking up a lot of feminine energy here. Um, yeah, it's about, this is involving a community of people of a certain status and everything. So let's go ahead and ask why this happened. This might be a short version because I got a few things to do, and we'll come back for a part two if people are interested. If not, then we won't. I don't know. But let's see real quick, real fast. Why was he assassinated? The CEO of United Health. Why was he assassinated allegedly? Something to do with okay, healthcare, but maybe there were some changes he wanted to make or create, and or there was some changes or something somebody else wanted to create and he wouldn't go along. So it's kind of like a standstill of something that was meant to be or desired to be implemented within this group of people. Yeah. So some type of contract or some type of law or something like that. So I did hear that he was already getting some type of death threats, right? So this wasn't news to people that he possibly confided in or to, you know, but yeah, so that obviously shows that somebody wanted him to do something or somebody was in disagreement with him. And I don't feel like it was just like people that fight for women's rights or anything like that. I feel like it was higher energy than that, status wise. So show me more about why he was assassinated. I feel like there was multiple groups. It seems like multiple groups involved here. He would not cooperate on some level with the group of people that he worked with. So this has a lot to do with work. And he is the fall guy here. It seems like he's the fall guy as well. It seems like he's the fall guy as well. So, you know, in the back of my head, and this don't have to be necessarily exactly how it's playing out, but the gist of the quick little glance is that maybe it was things that they messed up on as a group, and they would just use him as the fall guy, and we'll just end him, and then maybe we can just mourn and move on past that, like vibes. Yeah. Um, it's coming off like equal give and take. So if we, going into calm waters, if we just go ahead and dump all this on one person or whatever the case is, and then we get rid of this person, then maybe we'll be forgiven and we can like kind of move past that, or we can create a diversion or a distraction while we implement whatever we're trying to implement. Yeah. And it is again attached to women's rights, and or it's a lot of women involved here. Um, but this is a setup. This is an inside job. Anything else? The moon, 7 of Wands. So the real reason is going to be hidden from the public. Obviously, that's why they create this whole um, scenario that is. I don't know what they're saying honestly. Why they think the motive is or anything like that. I just heard bits and pieces here and there, but I don't too much know. I don't know the man's name. I don't know the perpetrator's name or any of that. So I like to come in with limited knowledge into the unknown, underworld, depth, courage, facing your fears, riding the waves, life lessons and growth. You will get through this. Like I said, there was some type of change being implemented, or they wanted to change the public perception of that group and what they stand for, what they're doing, and they needed to. They feel like to get rid of him would be the way to do that. Um, that's the best way I can say it with my limited knowledge on the situation. Cleansing energy, new beginnings, releasing old. Consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. So again, it shows that this was planned. See, birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? So they wanted to create something else, but they had to like cleanse that energy. So this also comes off as ritualistic. I just want to do one more clarification, and then we'll do a part 2 if y'all interested or anything interesting comes out, any more details, or I just feel called to do so. We'll do one. One more time about why this is happening. Show me more about why this happened. Stability, passion. So someone else like destroying things to rebuild it. Familiar, guardian, grounding. So yeah, this is see again. So again, they could be saying that it's women's rights, but that's not the reason. They're trying to say like, oh, this group of rebels and woo woo woo. But yeah, see, it's actually concealed. The truth is concealed. But this is ritualistic. Again, see, cleansing is here. What's on the back? Cycles, moon. manifestation, Lady Goddess, and clearance, incubation. So, yes, people have a grudge against him for whatever crimes he committed against humanity, allegedly. I don't know. Again, I don't know nothing about him, but that's just the energy I'm getting. But that is not the reason. And they are not the people necessarily responsible for what happened to him. It's an inside job. We will talk again later. Later.